Are you there? I think Malibu has some technical glitch, so she left the stage. So we are connecting with her. So please wait for 2 minutes. She will be back. Hello, welcome back, everyone. I think Marigo has some technical issues. Let's give her 5 more minutes of time so that she can rejoin back. Meanwhile, uh, I'll be sharing this welcome video. Please enjoy it.
Sure. ఇప్పుడు జాయిన్ అవ్వమని చెప్పిన. Hello everyone. We just gave her 10 minutes. I think she's not available right now. We're unable to reach her as well. So we'll be going ahead with Sita Marimatu, the next speaker. I'll just pause this session and just, in any case, if she rejoins, we can ask her to reconnect. So let me move on to the next speaker. She is Sita Marimatu. Please join the next session. And then you can get started with your session. So Malibu
Thank
Mohanty,
you.
the Industrial Engineering Manager at Conlog and founder of Lebanese Focal Point NPC, is a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt practitioner with 15 years of experience across various industries, including automotive and construction and technology. In her role at Conlog, she focuses on optimizing the processes and reducing the cost to improve the business efficiency. So let's all welcome her. And she's also Gender Mainstreaming Award winner 2023. So please appreciate her. And so let's start. Malibu, you can start your session right away.
Thank you, Melinda, for having me. And thank you to the event organizers and for everyone who has joined in. I am really honored to be here. I have prepared the presentation, which I will also speak from. Uh, Do I share from my side, Melinda? Okay. If you can let me know when you can see my screen. Thank you. So I would like to invite you to having a conversation around anchoring your focal point, how to effectively merge corporate leadership with passion for sustainable success. So in my experience, I will tell you a bit about myself, which Melinda has done a great job in summarizing that, but I would like to share how Lebheni Focal Point was founded. So this was inspired by my mother, who has now passed on, and I took from her learning and her leadership some of the things that I'm actually doing now. So she laid a foundation for me, and I think it is great for us to learn from other people, but then it's also as important for us to acknowledge those who have paved the way for us to becoming who we are today. So Lebheni Focal Point is an organization that empowers young women, professionals, and also my focus currently is on developing skills for youth. The youth from high school and preparing them for career readiness. So this is a journey that I believe is very critical in the development stages of a person. And I will actually share my personal experiences working in these initiatives and also try to engage with the audience as well, because I think this is something very important for us to be able to identify our focal point at an earlier age. Just moving on, what I will be covering is why passion is important, which leadership styles should a passionate leader have, incorporating passion in your day-to-day, navigating work-life balance whilst leading with passion. And also we will talk about managing challenges and also how to review our performances in measuring how you are doing in your focal point or your point of passion. In summary, the presentation actually aims to highlight the effectiveness of leading with passion. And as a woman, I think this is very critical because naturally women are born to nature, are born to actually build families and be able to teach children and also participate in community activities. So we find that in most studies, women are doing lots better in the day industry, like where you actually look at diversity, equity, and inclusion. So women are actually striving to making a difference and making a lot of effort so that people can be transformed and there can be equity in their workplaces, in the communities, and also in government positions. So in my involvement with operations and manufacturing industries, I've actually learned that in order for me to get buy-in, I needed to find something that would actually bridge the gap. And in doing so, I found that when I apply my passion, like, when I work from a point of having empathy, from a point of understanding the voice of my audience. That helps a lot. And that actually also came strong in my Lean Six Sigma training, where you actually ensure that your stakeholders are always engaged and you get the buy-in. And I did some research to actually unpack the topic more in detail, and results show that 45% of women who actually applied passion we're actually seeing results in improved morale, and 36% recorded improved performance. This will be in the areas of your KPIs in the workplace, and a further 18% was on different things such as like staff retention, growth, and other, things that are sort of like the soft skills. So why is it important to realize your passion or your focal point? I'll share my personal journey. I think by being true to yourself, you will be quick in actually realizing your focal point, living in your authentic space. Many people realize that their purpose, and they start working on this very late. In most cases, you find that people start focusing on what is really important to them in their late 30s, mostly in their 40s, and some they actually really put some effort in it in their 50s, which is something that you actually do not have much time in your lifetime if you start late to enjoy your life because you are not living a purposeful life. And then also in my personal journey, I found that in my interest, like through social activities and recreational activities, so I try to merge that into my professional journey, and also making sure that there is alignment in my career and also in my lifestyles. Another thing that I also made sure that I did was to look at my skills development journey. So this is owning up to my individual personal development program and not relying on someone to actually draft that for me. So that is something that can help one person to actually identify their focal point, and also the importance of having the correct network cycles that you need to make sure that the people around you are people that stimulate you, people that inspire you, people that keep you going. And one more thing, you have to craft your own agenda. Why do you exist? Understanding that at an early age can actually help one to actually become more effective in how they live their day to day. And I have a note there that if you usually we discover our passion through the task that we are actually challenged with, or the opportunities that we actually have in our life. And also sometimes it could be from a role model, someone that is like living a life that you can actually emulate and be a part of that process through learning and development. I will ask Melinda if you can also pose the poll in terms of asking my audience here, when did you actually realize your passion? At what age did you realize your passion? If we can get that poll going through, I will also be checking on that. So in terms of passion and leadership, how do people identify themselves in terms of leadership styles? Through the research that I conducted, I found the three areas, the transformational space, the servant leadership, and the democratic. In these spaces, this is where I found most people, most women actually apply passion work, where they try to make sure that they give other people some space to take on opportunities, where in terms of servant leadership, the resource allocation and mentorship comes out very strong. So if you you want to become a passionate leader, it means that you need to be able to tap into these three key leadership styles and assess yourself regularly to understand yourself. If you are giving people the space, you are allowing other people to share their opinions, because if you are not doing that, it means that you cannot really understand how you can develop other people, and you cannot have enough perspective from other people, so that you can be able to make decisions that actually develop and empower other people. And I would like to bring a twist to this slide that I'm sharing now with you. I find that autocratic leaders actually inspire people to tap out into their areas of passion, because the way they are being led, it's actually something that they do not align with. So you find that lots of people will actually experience burnout because maybe they were under a leadership that is so much autocratic, and they then really discover themselves. They delve into what actually makes them better people, and then we start to see them really operating in these three areas of leadership style. So I would actually encourage you to give other people the platform to actually excel in their skills and be able to share more knowledge. So at Lebheni Focal Point, we focus on giving everyone an opportunity to be able to share their knowledge and how knowledge is actually interpreted from one person to the other. And through engaging with different people, then you get to realize that people are actually able to perform better because of the opportunity that they were given by other leaders. I will now move on to incorporating passion in your day-to-day. So you can see on the bottom right picture, that is a social activity that I run from time to time. And this is aimed at creating a safe space, and not only just creating a safe space, but also allowing us to have conversations that are very critical into our decision making, but have those discussions in a relaxed manner, without having tables around or in the auditorium, but really becoming more open about what really matters in our day to day, having the opportunity to share at a personal level the challenges that we have. So another way to have this is to have one-on-one sessions with your team if you are in the corporate space. And how I do this is through a coffee session with my team members, and we actually like sometimes bring and share and have discussions over what we've been doing over the weekend, and what other challenges we are facing at our personal spaces. And I find that by incorporating your passion, caring about other people's well-being, helps one become a trusted leader. And you cannot really lead if your team doesn't trust you, and you cannot depend on your team on days where you need to be able to delegate some of the tasks. And by doing so, it builds courage for personal development, for personal growth. So remember to take care of yourself so you can be able to take care of other people. So that is my mantra as well, because if I cannot take care of myself, I will not be able to care about other people's well-being. How can one navigate work-life balance? This is a big topic globally. Everyone is talking about finding the work-life balance. I'd say the most important thing for me that I learned over the years was that I need to set goals for my age and season. Things that were happening 5 years ago are not necessarily things that are happening now. And my work-life balance changes from time to time. When you have a child, your work-life balance changes. When you get married, when you go through the different challenges, whether it could be divorce or you are experiencing burnout, these things change from time to time, and it is very important that we actually set goals that are for our age and for the season that we are in. So you think about the body changes, as a woman, you go through different hormonal changes as well. So we need to be aware about ourselves and our bodies and our ambitions and set goals along those areas so that you are able to navigate your work-life balance. I take pride in telling my story. Your story is different. Your story is unique. If you cannot tell your story, nobody will tell it better than you will. So that is something that you can also do in how you can navigate your work-life balance. Pat yourself on the shoulder for doing something that you wanted to do for a long time. Validate yourself. Do not wait for people to validate you, because sometimes the validation will never come. And there's this myth that women's stories are not told enough. So I think as women, we need to tell our stories. We need to share the experiences with the larger audience. Be kind to people, to yourself as well. I'll not go through each and every line, but the point that I'd like to make is that we need to be real with ourselves. Nothing really beats being true to yourself. So your dreams are important, but in chasing our objectives as professional women, as career women, we need to be able to pause and say, what is my season in, and what do I need to align myself to in order to make sure that I do achieve my dreams, I do achieve my goals. I'll move on to the next slide in terms of like the challenges that one can face when you are leading with passion. We talk about the risk of compromising your capabilities. People can say that you're not capable enough, maybe because you were kind to someone, because you actually exercised a little bit of empathy. These are some of the challenges that can come through in your workspace or in your community. You may lack support. What do you do when people don't support you? Do you give up? Do you actually stop doing what really makes you sleep at night? You may have disrespect from colleagues or team or even the larger community, because sometimes being a passionate leader can be interpreted as being weak. So I think it's very important that one is able to validate themselves and know why they are doing what they are doing. So for me to be able to continue with the journey that I am on, I constantly validate myself and make sure that whatever that I am doing is ethical and is real, and I'm authentic with myself first. You may experience disappointment, and also you may lose confidence. The 2 points that I would actually like to talk about is burnout, or having to be exploited through burnout. This can be in terms of like your body or your mental, burnout. And it's very important that we listen to our bodies, we listen to our minds. I will share a very personal story that recently I was anemic and I was not aware, and I was at work. In your corporate spaces, you find that you have your deadlines that are just back to back, but we need to learn to pause and listen to our bodies. Our bodies communicate with us. So on that specific Monday morning, I just felt like as I was walking, something was pulling me back and pulling me back, and I immediately said, no, something is not okay. I need to go and see a doctor. I went in, and my iron was around 7 instead of being at the borderline of 11.5. And that was like something that I never expected. I didn't think it would be so serious. I had to go through a 5 weeks injection period where I needed treatment to actually boost my iron. And when I engage with the doctor, he told me that you could actually have a stroke because your blood flow is not adequate. Your body is stressed. Your body is not really functioning in the way that it's supposed to be. So these are some of the things that we need to be very much aware of, because when you have burnout, it can be sprouting from different areas of your challenges of your life. So it's very important that we listen to our bodies and we listen to our mind. The last one that I also found when I was doing the research was psychological fatigue. So passion, because you are operating in a space where you are very passionate and you enjoy what you are doing, people can take advantage of that. So you need to be able to draw boundaries, because if you do not draw boundaries, people will just keep on saying, oh, my label likes doing this, so we can just delegate this to my label. And my label keeps on doing this because she's passionate about that specific topic. And what is happening, we are actually putting pressure and stress to people who are leading with passion, because they are now incorporating passion into their day to day. So this is something that if you are leading or you are working in an environment where you are able to practice what your purpose is about, you need to be able to pause and say that I need to have limits and I need to be able to say no. So that is the 2 points that I really wanted to emphasize. In this time and age, we are living in a rush, and we forget to take a pause and to really introspect if we are really physically capable of running through. And the only way we can also mitigate this is by making sure that we collaborate with other people, we share our challenges, and we try and we continuously work towards making sure that whatever that we are doing is sustainable. I'll now move on to my personal reflection, performance review. And if you can look at it, at the bottom, I've got my professional journey, and at the top is personal. This is something that I do on a PowerPoint, and I enjoy doing it because I engage with the process. And basically what it says, it says from the time I matriculated to the time I have my plan for retiring, what are the things that are happening in between. And I keep revising it as I get involved in different initiatives, in different community activities. So it's something that is practical, it's realistic, it's timeless, because it changes, every 2 years, 3 years. I can be able to go back and see what did I achieve here, what did I have challenges about something, and I can be able to pinpoint the specific areas where I'm able to focus more on, improving my skills, or rather it is community networks, or it is building professional networks, or whether I want to make more money. So I need to be able to gauge myself from time to time to say that, am I doing the right things? Am I really sticking to my plan? And I found that, to have a 1 year vision board is not really realistic at times, because we put our wish list on the vision board, but then sometimes you find that our vision actually extend into 2 years, 3 years. So what this does, basically, it gives me that space to plan and to also review and be realistic with myself. And when I do this, I always keep a positive mind to say that I am where I'm supposed to be. I am going towards the direction that I aim at going at. In my closing remarks, I would like to remind each and every one of us that the broken crayons still crayon beautifully. And the only way we can do that is to embrace the challenges that we encounter, and we come out of our comfort zone. So in being in platforms where people will be able to share their knowledge and be able to help you see a better perspective of what you are having a challenge on, can help you cry on much better than you think of, just packing yourself on the side. You are still as important. You are beautiful. You are effective in your role, and you need to take up and own up to that. Go out and not have reservations in terms of, like, going after your challenges. Build a succession plan. And on this note, I'd like to actually say that had my mother not nurtured us in the way that she nurtured us, I wouldn't be the person that I am today, because she reinforced confidence. We celebrated every win. We celebrated every challenge, in the sense that she would help you see it differently, and the next time we'll be celebrating, conquering that challenge. And unless you build a legacy, your efforts are being compromised. It doesn't matter how much work you put in a day, if you do not have a plan on how you can sustainably keep information flowing within your cycles, within your family. Your efforts, if you are living for 60 years, your lifespan is 80 years, if there is no legacy, then our efforts are being compromised. And on that note, I'd like to thank each one of you for being here and for listening. And I see the hearts. Thank you for the support that you are giving us, Melinda, as as the organizers, and putting the people together. For me, it is really an honor to be here and to be sharing the platform with amazing people. And I think on that note, we can take some questions.
Marigo, for the great presentation, for the great speech, and your insights were incredibly valuable. As we are running out of time, so the questions will be posted to your email address, so you can respond to that. So please join our next speaker session. So it is speaker name is Mahuda. So yes, thank you so much, Maliko. Have a nice day.
Th- Thank you so much, Melinda. Thank you.